Your dream is sacred. Build it your way. Do you ever feel like you need a rebrand or like need to start over your entire life and just get away from it all? Maybe have a new job or just can't even deal. And maybe you want to start your business finally or just get away from what you're doing now because it's just overwhelming and it's just too much. I wanted to say, like, start a business that matches your essence. Don't worry about what I mean by that. I'm going to help you tell you all about it. You don't need to spend any money about this. You don't need to decide what your business is going to be. You should do like a few exercises that I'm going to tell you about to decide who you are and get in touch with your soul, spirit, essence, and work from that way up. And it's also kind of fun. So if you could dedicate all of this to one sheet of paper, I suggest you do that. And on the sheet of paper, you're going to say right away, what's your sun, moon, and rising sign? You probably already know it off the top of your head, but if you have to go to a birth chart online and ask, you have to know what time you're born and what day and what place, and put down your sun, moon, and rising. Now put down your Vedic astrology sign. That's the other kind of astrology. For instance, I'm a Leo in regular astrology, but in Ayurvedic, I'm a Cancer. I don't like it. And an Aries rising, and in regular, I'm Leo. So it's just good to know what it is, but that doesn't mean that it's what you have to decide that you are also. Like if you reject it, I understand. Like, because I hate Cancer for me. I want to be the double Leo that I know that I am. Like, your business is a portal and the magic is yourself. So that's why we're starting with these directions and we're trying to get in touch with this magic too. So if you just have to know with a deep knowledge all the things that you are. So the next step is Myers-Briggs. Myers-Briggs. What's your personality? It's those 4 letters, introverted or extroverted, intuitive or whatever the other one is. Oh, feeling, like tactile. And then it's like, judging or not judging, all of those things. I am INFJ, I think I've decided, but I used to think I was INFP. I also thought I was ISFP. So this is a huge deal to know which one you are. If you use ChatGPT a lot, ask Chat what you are based on all your conversations, or read the descriptions of all of them. You can take the quiz online, but it's not as good to tell you who you are. Chat actually knows better, I think. But if you do the quiz online, I bet you get INFP. That one happens all the time. And what's weird about me being INFJ is that's the rarest one. So I feel cool about that. Now we do Enneagram. ENNE, like GARM. Like it's spelled with an E, not, A. Enneagram. And it's a very soulful, spiritual, like enlightening kind of personality test type of thing. It's been around for a long time. All of these things have been around longer than you could ever imagine. Hundreds of years, or not really, but it's an ancient wisdom. Before you dismiss ancient wisdom, I think you should actually look into it and just decide, like, you've come to this video because you literally, like, cannot even. I understand. You're, like, so, like, feeling what is going on in the world. First of all, what's going on in America? Like, we're all having the worst days of our lives, the most horrific times, but then also all this crazy, amazing stuff is happening because of technology, because of the opportunities out there. So it's so much back and forth. It's a generational, like, wars. There's so much going on. So just do what I tell you. Don't judge too much. I mean, find out what your Enneagram number is. There's numbers 1 through 9. 1 is the perfectionist and 9 is the peacemaker. And you have arrows that go to your worst quality and your best quality, and those are other numbers too. So when you're an Enneagram 4 like me, I should try to aim for being like a 1. And when I get bad, I get like a 2. So it's fascinating to know what all the numbers mean. So once you put down which number you are, Enneagram's the artist, the melancholy romantic. So you most likely are more of a 4. Read the descriptions. You could take the test if you want, ask Chat, but mostly the best way to find out is by reading descriptions and asking friends and family, maybe if you need that kind of extra insight. There's also a podcast with, what's her name? There's a lot of podcasts probably, but I listened to one and it really helped me know what my type was. And I think she's like the preeminent expert in Enneagram. Don't remember her name. And then write down your triangle. So 3, 1, 2 for me. Have that information ready. So now you have a pretty solid list. But we're still not done. Do you know Gretchen Rubin? She wrote this book called 4 Tendencies. There's obligators, questioners, I forget if there's like disciplined and rebel. and I'm rebel. You probably are too. It's just the way things are. Or you're probably an obligator like most of the population. Once you read about these tendencies, it's going to explain your behavior and what's gotten to you here in this part in your life now and why you're always doing the things you do. Like, despite better options, and it'll make you understand other people's strange motivations as well. And I found that book to be fascinating. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I put my hand there. I went to see the book premiere, the book party launch, and I blown away by it and got to kind of see her speak. The other woman who wrote that other book, I also saw that when I was talking about with the Enneagrams. Oh, Glennon Doyle. I went to see that not Love Warrior, the most recent one. I saw her speak there too at like this beautiful church in Brooklyn right before pandemic, actually. And I actually left early because I was so like bored. And everyone was giving me the craziest looks. I was like, I don't know. I can't listen to this. Like, I don't have time for this. Like, I'm just not in the mood, I guess. It's probably really good, but I haven't read that book actually. And now I'm not even suggesting it to you. So I don't know. I guess I don't know what happened. Like, who do I think I am? Just remember, you're not lost. You're remembering. Every step that we're taking here, every personality thing, however you want to describe these things, is getting closer in touch with yourself, your soul, your essence, and what you're trying to do, what your purpose is on earth, and what you're trying to do, and your circumstances to get you to where you're going. Because everyone's circumstances is what allows them to achieve their goal, right? So if you're currently homeless, if you're currently just like a new mom or parent, we all have different situations, but who you are at your core essence doesn't change. So you need to get in touch with that. And then you can look at your circumstances and then you can decide on how to make your dreams come true based on all these things. And of course, the other point is don't compare yourself to other people. Every time you're kind of saying like, oh, this person has it so much easier, or I would just do it if I could just have everything that the other person has. Like, look at you, you're doing a YouTube video. Like, you obviously have like, so much time on your hands or something. Like, we all have like all these thoughts, and it's just excuses to getting away from what you're actually able to do realistically, but also not realistically, because like magic can happen in the most unexpected ways. And we have to get to our essence first before we're able to get there. Obviously have a filter on, so awkward. Your path doesn't have to look like anyone else's, is all I'm saying. ABCD, like she has the studio that she goes to every day, and she has these kinds of clients and this kind of product and these kinds of customers, this kind of corporate job, or has worked with this kind of brand before. It's just none of your business. Just look at yourself. Just focus on yourself, you're building right now, because it's the business of you. But also it's how you're going to show up in this world and try and generate income, security, stability for yourself and your family and your, like, maybe not family, like maybe if you're by yourself, like it just doesn't matter. Like once you kind of align and you've been in this state this whole time trying to align to where you are, you're going to resonate with that alignment in a very profound and moving way. It seems really strange to say that this sheet of paper is going to be profound impact on your life, but do a good job, be accurate, and answer these steps, answer these things, personality things. I'm not sure how to say them, essences. And because you will answer these accurately and carefully, you can finally understand what you're supposed to do. Like you can finally get in touch with the reality of who you are and what you're about to be. So also, okay, what's your color season? You have to find that out. I'm a bright spring. This is actually one of the most difficult personality things to find out. If you're on TikTok a lot, you've probably seen all the tests, like that test with that filter with the colors. That's not accurate enough. Look at celebrities who are similar to you and look at your eye pattern. Like I have what's it called? Starburst. Do you see how I have a starburst light green around my eye, around my pupil in a starburst pattern? Some people have cracked glass. Some people have a freckle. If you have a starburst, you already are probably a spring. If it is light green, like mine, and mine's like a yellow green too, but green has yellow in it anyway. Definitely already a spring or an autumn then, because it's warm. So if you have cracked glass kind of iris, you're probably a summer or a winter. So start there. And if you have a freckle, you're already pretty August kind of style. So just be very careful before you decide which color season you are. Please tell me down below if you figured it out based on your iris, because I think that's the best way to do it. And if you need help, ask me, DM a picture. I'll tell you. For all of these things, please ask me all the questions you need, because I care about you succeeding in this as much as like a very dear friend. Honestly, I think when we all raise our vibes and get in touch with ourselves and find our purpose in life, it's only good for humanity, society, everything around us. The wonderful positive vibes of it elevates us all. So I really want you to do these exercises. What's your kibby body type? You probably are wondering why I would say that. It's because you have to do these exercises, not just for the inside, but for the outside. Because once you match the outside to the inside and vice versa, you're just going to be totally aligned, like in a powerful way. So kibby body type is for men and women. So don't even try to go there and say it's not. Look at your flesh, which means like the fat on your body, basically, or like the way it is, like if it's muscly or fleshy, and how tall you are. If you're tall, very tall, above 5'6", for a woman, you might already be on dramatic spectrum. If you're under 5'6", start classic and down to romantic. If you have any round features, like it's already a giveaway. And look at celebrities. For instance, Selena Gomez is a theatrical romantic. She has like so much roundness, and you kind of wonder, like, does that mean she's a romantic? It's like, no, she's a theatrical romantic. It's about being squishy. I'm a romantic or a theatrical romantic. I'm not sure which one I would say on this list. I've started to think I'm more theatrical, actually. But if you have a roundness to all your features, round eyes, round nose, round mouth, or if you have a sharpness to all your features, that's more on the dramatic side. So, and then classic is in the middle, and Grace Kelly is a classic. So, Kirsten Dunst is a classic. It's fascinating, and please tell me what you've found out. I love kibby stuff. Reddit has incredible resources. It's really, really not easy to decide. When you write this on the paper, you can rewrite it, but try to just be accurate now. Try to just get this out of the way. Because then, all right, okay. I'm sorry. You also have more to do. What Ayurvedic are you? Vata, Pitta, or Kapha? Figure it out. You might be feeling more one or the other right now, and that's okay. It's all about balance anyway. But you actually are one of those three all the time too. So you might be a Pitta or Vata, which, like, if you're really burned out, you probably are Vata, which is like the air and fire one, and you probably need to balance it with other stuff. So, that might not be who you are all the time, and it's okay if that one changes. But just, get in touch with which one you are. Take the quiz in that case. Those quizzes are very accurate. What's your Chinese zodiac animal? What year were you born? I am a tiger. You're not just the year you're born, but also what element. And elements are incredibly important for this narrative. Chinese zodiac is fascinating once you start. Speaking of like ancient Chinese wisdom, face mapping. Do you have any freckles or moles on your face? If you do, like, not something that just appeared, but something that's kind of always been there. You've always noticed it. It's just as good as Palm at predicting. And I won here, and it means loyal wife. So it's like very interesting. Put that down on the sheet, with the face, and make your mark to draw it out. And you know what? Honestly, I'm going to have a template down below, free download for you to use. How do I make you sign up for my newsletter with that? I probably should. I don't know how to do this right now. Like, I kind of just need you to do this sheet because it's really important to getting to your essence when you're feeling so overwhelmed and so burned out and the world is ending. It's just been really hard lately, and I understand what you're going through. I'm going through too. Just can't believe how crazy everything is. Okay, now palms and hand shape. Are you a fire, earth, air, or water? Palm, hand, narrow hand, water, huge long palm, fire, short stubby fingers, fire, long, thin, skinny fingers, water. Air is also long fingers, tiny little palm, like lots of dexterity with your fingers, like they go all over the place. And fingerprints. Put down every fingerprint and get the meaning of it too. Maybe I should make more videos on all these things, but I just want you to capture essence for now. And I'll tell you what to do with it later, I guess. But it was really cool talking to you guys, and please ask me any questions you have. All right, see you later. Bye. Okay. Manifest generator, or what's your human design? If you're a manifester, if you're a generator, you thrive in doing what excites you. If you're a projector in human design, you need rest and recognition. If you're a manifester, you manifest things out of like alchemy. Your human design is going to be I don't know what to say. It's not easy, all of these tests and all these things, but it's going to be the truth. Like my way has the way. There's a point to all of this. Stop asking how someone else did it. Start asking what you need to thrive. And if you can't answer that, who would be able to? If you do find out what your essences are in this way, it's the best way to go. Face mapping and is a deep insight to your healing and health, your physical body as well, but also human design is as well. So if you go to the human design website, you can get a free test, and the test is pretty good. Write down this journal prompt as well. Where do I feel out of alignment in how I work? What would feel like my rhythm? Okay, that's that next step. When you start trusting yourself, everything changes. Now you've started to get a little bit closer into your essence, right? You stop trying to be palatable, start being personal, started attracting dream clients. Like you start attracting dream clients. When you honor your creative cycles, your burnout disappears. Your energy is sacred and your aesthetic, and you deserve to work in harmony with your nervous system, your heritage, your dreams. What is your ancestry? Write that down. What is your cultural heritage? Write that down. It might be humongous. There might be a lot going on there. If it makes you uncomfortable, if you kind of don't want to think about family stuff, go way back and just, mention the mythology of your culture or something that resonates with you. Maybe it's not even your culture or your ancestry. Maybe it's a tiny little piece of yourself that you saw in another person's culture. Or maybe you had friends growing up and you kind of started to identify with their culture or ethnicity or heritage or ancestral landscape. Something about maybe it's a Nordic myth and you kind of feel close to Freya or something. Write all those things down, any goddesses or gods or mythic folk tales or fairy tales. This is the time to just be honest, and it's okay. Like, give yourself permission to remember those things that touched you when you're so small and you looked at things with such wonder in the world because it spoke to you. It was a little bit of a soul spark for you for a reason. To come up with any patterns or symbology from these things. For instance, if it was a Norse mythology, they have like that. I'm pretty sure they have a knot there's so many patterns. Like there's Thor's hammer, but like if it's Celtic, it's like those Celtic knots or like that Clawed ring heart with the hands. Like there's so much symbology and magic, and draw the symbols, on your paper. And then you can do a little bit of sketching and mood boarding in that case, but try to keep this very minimal. We're trying to be serious here and not go onto Pinterest or anything like that, because we're trying to keep this an analog paper where you write it and just have it. You're not too sensitive, you're not too late, you're not too scattered. You're just meant to build differently. Scattered sounds like me right now, like reading this off. Sorry, but you're not. I don't know if every business owner has done this from the beginning of time, if that makes you feel better or something, but we're kind of just doing something different here. We're building a creative business. How many creative businesses have been built? I mean, how long have humans been industrialized? It's just been since 1900 or so, Industrial Revolution, like in this crazy level with this kind of technology. So when you're talking to some kind of like boomer or something and they're like, oh, have a business plan, like all that stuff, like, please don't worry. We don't have to do that anymore. Everything's so different now. You could have chat just build your website anyway, like your copy and all that stuff. Have me build your website design wise, and branding wise, but we're able to do things differently. And that's scary, but also amazing. So don't come up with that elevator pitch and be like saying that's what you do and worrying about following the traditional business steps. We're doing something new here, and new is frightening sometimes, but it's okay because we're going to build this brand to feel like your second skin, to be a representative of you on Earth. It reflects your softness, your strength, your story. Let your business be an extension of you. Okay, so download my free template that I'm going to give you. If you want to book a one-on-one for free with me, that's fine too. We could just go through it that way because maybe I need to explain it better. You're not meant to burn out. You're meant to burn bright in your own hue, your own time, your own way. We're building the dreams the intuitive way now, and that's okay. It's different, but different is good. And believe in yourself. I believe in you. And I'm really curious if we've all gotten the same results on these quizzes. For the most part, that would be so funny. But we're all a collection of cells in a unique way. So please comment below if you've done the exercise and how long it took you. Nah, just kidding. If it takes a long time, that's all right too. But let that momentum fulfill you to kind of fill it all in and